Hello and welcome to my JB1 video. I'm quite pleased with myself today because I've been doing national tests and I got the highest maths marks in my class, but that isn't really good because our class is split in levels and I'm a higher level and our maths teacher just wanted us to do a lower test to see how much we did know of level D work. And I am still at primary school, but we do a thing called math setting, which is exactly like high school, which is just, you go to different classes depending on your level. And that's working good. And I got the highest marks, 27 out of 30. Don't know what I got wrong yet, my teacher's being a little tease. And after my club at school tonight, I went to him and said, "Hey, what's my marks?" So we were trying to get the marks out of him. He wouldn't tell us, but he told me I got the highest marks again, so who knows. So I'm quite pleased. I'm going to do a little review of the two Doctors. Here it is. I'm not going to go through any detail of the special features or anything like that. I'm just going to say what my thoughts on the story are. My thoughts on the story are too long and I wasn't impressed. I was thinking it would be a very good Sontaran episode. I was completely wrong. The Sontarans did nothing in this episode. Stood around, gave orders and got their legs blown off, basically. The plot was okay. Quite disappointing for a Robert Holmes story, who is my favourite Doctor Who writer, but kinda messed up this time. His best Sontaran story was Time Warrior, which was one of the two he did. This is the second Sontaran story he did, and the last. I believe it's one of the last Robert Holmes stories he ever wrote, sadly. He wrote A Trial of Time Lords 1, he wrote the first one, and then he wrote part 1 of the Ultimate Foe. Was it the Ultimate Foe? But then he died. I believe he died halfway through writing that episode, which is quite sad. And Pip and Jane Baker had to take over for episode 2. So, that's not good. I love Patrick Troughton in this. Jamie and Patrick Troughton are probably my favourite bits in the entire episode. I love the relationship between Patrick Troughton and Jamie. It is brilliant. I love that, and I wish there were more Patrick Troughton episodes still existing, because it's so depressing watching the remaining Patrick Troughton stories and saying, "Wow, he's an awesome Doctor," but then you realise that more than half of his stories don't exist anymore. So, but it'd be better if it'd be better if Colin Baker's stories didn't exist, because they're rubbish. Colin Baker's a rubbish Doctor. He didn't do much. I hate him. He's my second least favourite Doctor. The very last one is Paul McGann, because I haven't seen much of him, and I've heard quite bad things about the movie, but I've not heard any of his audios either, so good change. On the whole, I give this DVD a 6 out of 10, including special features. I quite like special features. The best thing in the entire DVD isn't the episode, it's probably the behind the sofa Robert Holmes and Doctor Who 45-minute documentary, which is amazing. I love that documentary because it's about Robert Holmes, who is undoubtedly the best Doctor Who writer that has ever lived. He was amazing. He created Sontarans, he wrote amazing storylines, he wrote script editor of Doctor Who in the 70s, which was Doctor Who's best period. He worked alongside Philip Hinchcliffe, who was amazing. He brought the more gothic side of Doctor Who back, which was good. Although it did get a lot of complaints. And I wish that Robert Holmes was still alive today and writing for Doctor Who, because the new series would be a lot better if he was around. But of course, Stephen Moffat's still pretty good, but Robert Holmes is way better. Never mind RTD, Robert Holmes beats them all. Alright, I'll see you on Thursday for who knows what.